Not only do we have Chicken Charlie, but our health expert is bringing chocolate cake.
What has happened? Right?
I know, what has happened? We're doing food as medicine. Food's going to be medicine, even if we got chocolate cake. But we're going to talk about how to avoid blowing your diet when you eat out. Christa Orecchio, clinical nutritionist and Whole Journey founder, is here with your dish of knowledge, and she's brought all kinds of good advice. So we're talking about going out. This is actually really great because I've been on a 21-day sugar detox with all my girlfriends
good for you.
at our gym, and we're doing so good. We're on day 12, and tonight I actually have a dinner out downtown at the University Club. And it's supposed to be this lavish dinner. And I'm like, what am I going to do? So this will help me out. And you said step one is as easy as a drink of water. Yeah?
Yeah, but water without ice. What's the first thing that you get brought is a big glass of ice water when you go out to eat.
Right.
So the first tip or trick to eat out without blowing your diet is to have a glass of room temperature water with some lemon squeezed in it. And the reason is cold water impedes digestion. So that food's going to sit like a rock in your stomach. Think about when you freeze something, you stop the process, right?
Right.
So if you have a glass of water, you'll end up eating less, digesting your food better. The lemon will be helpful. All the enzymes. So you just remember, as they're coming over, say water without ice.
Okay, and then obviously this is a kind of a big no-no and a really easy one. When the bread comes out, don't have it, and maybe so that you're not just sitting there while everyone else is enjoying bread, go for something else and get a meat-based appetizer.
Yes, order a protein-based appetizer. So I brought some chicken skewers, and you could do shrimp cocktail. If you're out for sushi, you do some sashimi, something like that. Having a protein-based appetizer is going to ultimately help you eat less. I think a lot of times we go out to dinner and we're starving, so you're going to eat whatever they bring you. If you can think about it, even having a handful of nuts or something before you go out to eat if you're really hungry. And I would say only eat the bread if it's really worth it, right? If it's really good bread, as an Italian girl, only if it's really good will I eat it.
Don't get an average dinner roll. It's got to be fresh baked, good bread for sure. Okay,
exactly.
So this I actually think is a really interesting point because normally while you're waiting for your food, some people don't even have appetizers. Maybe it's not a huge meal, but you have either a cocktail or a drink, a glass of wine, and you're saying wait to eat to have that? How does that work?
If that's possible. I know we can't wait to get our drink and just kind of start to relax, but if it's at all possible, alcohol will spike your blood sugar. So a lot of times we end up eating actually 30% more when your blood sugar is spiked, but if you have some food, some protein with your wine or whatever drink that you're having, you'll end up eating less and being more satiated. So when you order your drink, maybe order your protein-based appetizer and ask them to bring it out at the same time.
Okay, easy tips. Let's get to our next one, and this one seems kind of easy, but eat in a relaxed atmosphere, so your mood is very important to actually your meal. Is that true?
Yeah, super important to how you digest your food, because if you're stressed, you're going to eat more. All the blood is then shunted to your limbs, and you're not going to actually digest your food. And so much about what we eat is what we absorb and what we digest, not actually, what it is we're taking in.
And now a lot of that could have to do with number one, the service, and number two, who you're having dinner with.
Choose your dinner, yes, choose your dining partners wisely, yes. That's totally true.
And then you're talking about an 80-20 rule here. Can you explain that for us?
Yeah, that's where the cake comes in, and that's where the wine comes in. So at the Whole Journey, we have an 80-20 rule. It's what you do 80% of the time makes up your health, and you have to have some fun too. And what is your 20%? And so when we go out to dinner, we have 5 ways that we can get sugar in my book, right? And that's through the alcohol, through the hardcore sugar, the desserts, or through bread, pasta, rice, right? Those things. So choose 1 out of 5 of those. Kind of have an idea of where are you going, what are you craving, and then you won't blow your diet. A lot of times I say learn how to dip without diving, right? Instead of getting them all.
So not all 5. Choose your 1. I like that idea. That's good. So if you're going to have your glass of wine, maybe skip dessert.
Yeah, or skip dessert most of the time. I would say get dessert. And again, only if it's really worth it. I bought my favorite dessert in the world, but the Seaside Market 21st Century Cake, only if you love it, it's really worth it. Have dessert maybe 1 out of every 5 times.
All right, and then lastly, ask about oils they cook with, and then is it rude to ask people to cook your food a certain way or insert an oil? I always feel like if you're the only one at the table doing that, it makes things extremely awkward.
You have to feel it out. If you feel comfortable and you know the restaurant and you're comfortable with your friends, that's extra credit. Let's say that. That's extra credit, overly ambitious, but you can do a lot of damage. You know, we talked about fats and oils with canola oil and soybean oil, and if that's what the restaurant's using, if you say, hey, you know, I have a soy allergy, can you cook my food in butter? Try to not make it a big deal, or try to get it steamed with a side of olive oil, something like that.
Okay, and then gluten-free options. I know that's becoming more popular, and a lot of places are offering that, so you're saying that's a really great option because it automatically is going to get rid of probably 1 or 2 or 3 of those 5 mistakes that we can make, correct?
Yeah, there's so much of a problem with modern wheat today, and we're in San Diego. All these restaurants, fine dining or otherwise, are starting to offer gluten-free options that taste really good, so it's not like you're sacrificing anything. So yeah, get the gluten-free options whenever they're available.
Christa, I love it when you bring chocolate cake and wine for us. It's definitely a change of pace to get in touch with Christa at the Whole Journey. Her practice is located in Encinitas, and you can visit her blog. We've linked it to our website, fox5sandiego.com. Raul, this chocolate cake is staring at me. I've been, what, 12 days without sugar, and it's just staring at me in the face.
Good for you. I've been about 12 minutes without sugar, and that cake looks really good. But Christa, it's the cake or the wine?
One or the other.
Unless it's a special occasion, right?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Meantime, the
just
whole
go
time,
to Chicken Charlie. Just go hang out.
I was going to ask, what portions do I eat with the bacon wrapped chocolate dipped fried chicken and waffle?
Well, if you eat it all at once, doesn't it just count for one mistake?
Okay.
No.
Meantime, you're both sitting in front of a giant burger and fries.
What?
Look behind you.
I didn't even know that was there.
Look behind you.
Why is that doing that?
What is that?
That's 80-20 in reverse.
That's 20-80 then.
I don't know.
The whole time I'm staring at